Greens. What we're going to be doing today is we are going to be making a recycled flower art project. So kind of staying within the theme of Earth Day being this week, we're going to be using recycled items again in order to make a flower to show the beauty that is found when we recycle things and we reuse things. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is kind of go on a little scavenger hunt again around your house. And you're going to find things that you can use to make a flower. So anything that is a paper product, so anything made of paper or cardboard, is going to be perfect. Also, if you can find things with color. Alright, so now that you guys have all of your materials, you're also going to need a little bit of glue if you would like for this art project to survive after just making it, or if you just like our found object robot to just make it and then kind of take it apart, then you don't need the glue. But if you want it to keep it, you're gonna need some glue and some scissors. So the first thing that you're gonna wanna do, just like our found object robot, you're gonna wanna get a piece of background paper. So I'm just using a piece of newspaper for my background paper, and then I'm gonna start looking at my colors. So if you want a realistic flower, you're going to want your stem and your leaves to be green. So you're gonna wanna try to find something that is green that you can use. So luckily I had this old granola box and I cut a strip out of that, so that's gonna be my stem. Okay, you're gonna wanna get your stem first so you know how big your flower is going to be. After that, you're gonna find something for the center. For your centerpiece, you guys are going to wanna use something that is a little bit darker or a lot lighter in color from the rest of your flower. So either go really dark or really light. So I'm gonna look at my stuff and see what I have. And I think I can use this little chocolate square for the middle of my flower. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that out. Something that's really fun. Okay, now I have the center of my flower, I have my stem. Now I'm ready to start looking for my petals. What I would suggest doing for your petals, no matter what you're cutting out of, whether it's cardboard or whether it's paper or magazines, create a template. What that means is you're creating something that then you can trace and use for your next shapes. So I've already made 2 petals right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut one out so that I can use it as my template. So what you're gonna do with your template petal is you're gonna take it, place it onto your other paper products, and all you're gonna do is take a pencil, and so I'm just tracing all the way around my template. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm just going to trace that around. Now I can see my tracing, and I can cut it out and it will be the same size. So you're gonna do that with all of your petals. So now that I have finished collecting all of my petals and cutting them out, I'm gonna go ahead and arrange them the way I would like them. When you're arranging this, I want you guys to think about the colors and how they go together. So for instance, I probably wouldn't put these 2 yellow petals right next to each other because then I'm not evenly distributing my color. So I'm gonna think, okay, maybe I'm going to put them on opposite sides so that I'm creating a pattern or a balance. These are exactly the same, so I wanna make sure I separate those as well. And I have a good amount of other colors in between my petals. Okay, so I like the way this looks. So I think I'm ready to glue. So when you're ready to glue, you're going to go ahead and you're going to flip your center over. You're going to have all of your petals in the order that you would like them. Okay, then you're going to take your glue, just gonna put a dot of glue all the way at the tip of your petals. So I'm gonna show you how much glue that is, and hopefully you're able to see it. So I'm gonna hold my petals down so they don't go anywhere, and I'm just going to put a dot of glue. Can you guys see how little that is? Do not use a whole lot of glue. You guys all know how to glue correctly. Just a dot of glue, just at that tip there, so that the center of our lovely flower will stick and all of our petals will stick together. So I have a dot of glue on all of those. I'm gonna take my center, I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna kind of squeeze these in a little bit because I wanna make sure it's all touching, and I'm gonna press my center down. Okay, so I am not gluing this center part to each individual petal. I put glue on all my petals and then I pressed it down. Did you guys also see the way I glued it behind the center? Okay, I didn't glue these to the top of the center, behind it, so that it looks like the petals are coming out from this center piece. Now I'm going to take my stem, and if you like your background, you can glue your flower to your background, or you can keep your flower where it's not glued to your background. If you want to glue your stem and your flower to your background, you're going to flip over your stem. You're going to put a nice stripe of glue on here so that it sticks to your background. And then you're going to put a little bit of glue at the top on the right side up of your stem. The reason that we're doing that is because we want our stem to go underneath our flower and to stick to our flower. So I just glued it underneath the flower so that it sticks. And then you guys can also, if you don't like the way these petals are flipped up and you're gluing it to the background, you could take a piece of glue, a drop of glue I mean, and just put a dot in between the petal and the background and it'll stick. All right, now we're almost done with our flower. I just want to go ahead and glue my leaf on. So my leaf, like I said, I didn't have any more green. So what I did is I took a green marker and I just made some stripes on my yellow piece of cardboard so that I can have a leaf. You can also draw one on a piece of paper and cut it out. So just like we did everything else, it's gonna go behind your subject. So I'm gonna glue my leaf behind my stem. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue. Because I'm gluing it to my background, I can put glue on the whole back here, but just a little bit. And then again, I'm just gonna put a little dot on the front part because it's gonna have to attach to my stem. All right, and so now my flower is done. It's glued onto my background. I love the way it looks. I have all these nice colors in there. So I wanna challenge you guys to make your recycled and reused flower. To show our love and beauty for recycling. Have so much fun and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.